Welcome back to another Teardrop adventure. This time we'll be heading to Vancouver Island. We'll be camping at Jeepapalooza 2025. Starting to pack for another Teardrop adventure. We got 2 chairs, some ottomans, some blankets because it's going to be fairly cold, and this is for our water tank just for the fresh water, and we have a separate tank in the Teardrop for washing dishes and things like that, washing. I separated out my power stations. So the power stations have their own bag here full of the wires they might need, things that plug into DC. And I've got my fridge over here that I'm gonna turn on overnight, so that'll be cold for tomorrow. I've got a bag full of photography equipment, a bag that goes in the Teardrop in the front of the Jeep for charging phones, and has flashlights, all kinds of flashlights for nighttime. And I got this new bag for lanterns, call that my Baguio lanterns. And this is for Ryobi batteries, and also got my tent peg and a drill in there, like a torque wrench for drilling in these spikes for holding down the canopies. And this is a lantern, a Ryobi lantern worked light, and this is a new bug zapper we got. Loading the Jeep the night before just to get some of the packing done so we don't leave it all in the morning. I have a pretty good system now. Not bring a fire pit since we're joining my parents this time. They're bringing the pit, so that saves a bit of room. And then I do have to bring off-road gear since we're going to Jeepapalooza trails. Let's go. Alright, time to prepare and pre-package and spice the steaks for camping. I'm gonna have 3 steaks for 4 people. So I'm gonna divide one for the lightest 2 eaters in about half, and then 1 each for the larger eaters. And then we're gonna put them into Ziplocs, take the air out of them, and partially freeze them for a couple hours, and then move them back to the fridge. So they'll be ready. We're not gonna eat these until Sunday, and it's Thursday night right now, so that's why we'll do a light freeze on them and put them towards the bottom of the things. We're gonna rub in a combination of Italian seasoning, roasted garlic and peppers, Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning, and Cavender's all-purpose seasoning. Rub it in nicely on both sides, and then Ziploc it and get all that air out of there. 3 done, and 1 we're just rubbing in. It smells great. We have 2 Costco chickens, so we're going to take 1 Costco chicken and convert that to egg salad for sandwiches and things like that, quick meals. And then the other one will just be deboned, and we can use that for wraps or any kind of meal we want, just to add a protein that's already cooked. So super quick. That's deboned. The amount of chicken you get off one of these Costco chickens is pretty crazy. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Okay, this is actually my second biggest. We got the chopped chicken and chopped diced onion next to the spices and the mayo and the celery. We got the celery, got some mayonnaise, and we got some spices. Mixing it all in. That's going to be a lot of chicken salad. That's about done. A bit of creaminess to it. Smells fantastic. For a few hours in the freezer, I'm going to transfer the steaks back to the fridge so they don't get too frozen. The new toy I'll be filming with this round is the DJI Neo. So this one is pretty awesome. I've learned how to use it now. It has a little cap for the lens here. Battery goes on the back. There's a remote control, but you can also control it either with nothing at all. So it has some auto modes right here. There's about 5 of them, like auto follow, for example, where it'll actually just automatically record something and you can sync it to your phone and download it later. Or there's the joystick mode where you can clip your phone at the top here and use it as a screen. And the third option is to use the DJI Fly application and just control the drone either in auto modes, or you can use it in manual mode and actually fly the drone as if they're joysticks on your phone, just using virtual joysticks. So there's a lot of options. And you can do actual voice recording and video if you use the phone directly without the joystick, that has an unmute option, so you can actually record and use this as your personal studio, filming you and recording you at the same time, which is probably something I'll do.
Like a glove. Good to know where things are going as you're packing for sure. Connected now, mostly packed. Just 2 hours until we have to leave to catch our ferry to the island. Beautiful weekend of rain. We'll see how it goes. Might be a tarp city. All right, we're rolling out now. Everything's in order, just on time. Ruby and Marshmallow are on the go. It's pulling up to the ferry now. The rain's getting lighter, which is good. We're just waiting for the ferry. Time to go to the market, I think. See ya, mainland. Now we have the Jeep facing, so we have our kitchen and our cooler nearby. Time to go check out the merch and sign up for trails tomorrow. It's a pretty cool area. KC250 Demonators here. The size of those tires and when you're here live is staggering. Those are like massive 40s, and that huge Hemi engine is like pretty incredible. Look at the size of this thing. Morning time now, and some of the Jeeps are already setting up to go on the trail. We're gonna head over there in a minute. They're calling the staging area for the trails.
So this is where everybody like grouped together. We had 6 different groups from adventure, beginner, easy, intermediate, and then several advanced different groups, so 6 in total. They all lined up here and got ready and then headed out. Air down a bit for the trails. We're all lined up, getting ready. So here's the first footage for you guys from my new DJI Neo. Just learning how to use it, but bear with me. So we're just lined up here waiting at the entrance to the trails. We got 2 groups here that are a little mixed up, but we're just sorting it out, and then the next footage is trail footage. Trail started out pretty easy. We were still in 4-wheel drive high and just cruising along this beautiful road. It had rained the night before, so we had some really cool puddles, like quite deep, maybe up to almost 3/4 up the tire for a lot of them. That was just a beautiful day.
So we're on the trail for the Jeepapalooza here. You can see the line of Jeeps behind us. Let's fly towards them a bit here and kind of hear the drone. Yeah, almost time to get back on the trail.
Puddles got pretty good at this point. Some of these puddles were almost to the top of our tires. But who doesn't love driving through puddles? As we wove through these trees and trails, it seemed like every time we turned a corner, the fauna, like trees and everything that we were seeing was changing. And the puddles kept being fun, that's for sure. Long, we came around the corner and we reached our first resting point, which was called the quarry. So we just pulled up and to fly the drone and check out the beautiful view. Hello. We're off again after a quick break at the quarry. After about another hour on the trail, going over all different types of topography, we came to a spot called the Mine, which used to be an old mine, so aptly named, where we stopped for lunch. And after a bit of a look around and walk around, we found out there was a cave at the top, so we decided to check that out. So we drove up a path up to the top and show some photos. Here's some. Now we're stopped at another spot. This is where the mine is in the cave.
So we stopped for lunch here. So let's have a little fly up and see if we can see the cave.
This was the first spot where they thought the cave was, but we ended up just seeing this trail that we saw a few jeeps go up and down. It was quite steep, actually. Didn't record it, but soon after this we took a pretty gnarly road up to the top to check out the cave. The cave entrance. Let's have a quick look here. Watch your head. Ooh, crazy. Bears. Hope not. That's good. Cool cave. Emerging back from the cave.
Is everybody ready to head out?
close to one of the more fun obstacles we did for the day for the lower level of difficulty. This is a stream crossing. It was pretty steep on both sides and muddy. I'll let you watch it.
Just a little more. Oh, you're pretty high. You can ride her. There you go. Little three-wheel in it. Yeah.
That about wrapped up the trails, so soon we were all prepped to head back to camp. And as you can see on the next frame, the Jeep earned some good mud coverage. After a great day out on the trails, we enjoyed a barbecue put on by the volunteers of Jeepapalooza, and then we turned in for the night and had a great night in our Teardrop marshmallow.
Jeeps are lining up for the next run. See Jeepapalooza all camp set up there. The stage is on the far side. A beautiful valley event ground here. And here's all the Jeeps getting ready. Look at all those beautiful Jeeps. Site right at the front. Jeeps keeping us company. Just making up some garlic sausage on the stove. Lee's getting some water for the sink. Feels like camping now. Jeep's returning after some trails.
off in the distance in the middle of the horizon back there. That's where we're flying to next. They're setting up for the obstacle course, so they have public people coming in, and they're gonna have some display jeeps set up. And in the background there, you can see the hills that they have manually set up, and some water obstacles and some vehicles to drive onto. Yeah, stay tuned for that footage.
Oh, and there's 3 tires coming off the ground. Nice amount of flex. They're looking at it. Giving her the skinny pedal. There it goes.
The obstacle courses went on for quite a while, but we decided to head back. Time for some food. Time for some steaks. Oh yeah. With heck. No comment. After a delicious meal, we headed over to watch the auction for charity.
Woodward roll. Ben is somewhere around, I believe.
$60,000.
Drop the beer.
On the final morning of Jeepapalooza, and we're just going to pack up and head out. It's rained this last night pretty hard, but it's just misting now. It's been a great weekend. Connected, just doing the final things here, and then we'll be rolling out, finishing another teardrop adventure.
Thanks for joining us.